Well, hello and welcome to today's video. Spent a little bit of time in the truck, let the engine run, charge the batteries up. Been a few days since we ran any loads. Just had other elements of our business that we're taking care of and working on, including creating courses and also some personal business. And rates haven't been where we wanted them on the loads that we typically run lately, so we're just letting the truck sit. And if you're going to let any kind of a big truck sit for any period of time, you still need to make sure you go check on it and you start it up, let it run, let it charge the batteries up. If you have a refrigerator on board, which I do, you either need to make sure that you turn the refrigerator switch off completely inside the refrigerator, or if you have a kill switch, which I've also got one of those in this truck, that you kill all the power. Otherwise, if you leave that refrigerator running in a couple of days, 3 days or so in most trucks, it'll completely drain your batteries to the point where the truck won't start. Even other things like a hot spot or just chargers that are left in over a long period of time will drain down your batteries. That'll take a lot longer, but still, you don't want to deplete your batteries on a truck. The batteries are expensive, and depleting them all the way down to nothing or to the point where they won't start, it's not good for them. So if you're going to let your truck sit, go out, visit it, check on it, make sure it's all right, and start it up, let it run, let it charge the batteries up. Check everything else, oil, coolant, make sure you don't have bird nests growing on your truck or anything else going on. Check all your tires, that way when you do get ready to run your next trip, hopefully everything will still be in order. And you also, when you're looking at trucking business and you're looking at trying to figure out how to learn more and do better, how to achieve trucking business success, you have a lot of different options to you. Of course, one of the options is just doing the work and trying to learn on trial and error alone. That can be done, but that is a long, hard road to learning trucking as a business. And then some people will survive that, some won't. All of them that try that route are going to spend a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of frustration that you do not have to spend if you choose the other route. The other route is to learn from people that have already been there and done that have already suffered the penalties of having to learn things the hard way, and even from people that have studied other folks that have done that and learned from their lessons as well as their own. And you can shave years off your learning curve, and you can learn things in just a few weeks to a few months, in some cases even a few hours, that can save you tens of thousands of dollars in a single year. And it can save you hundreds of thousands of dollars and all kinds of frustration over the course of your entire career. And for example, you need to understand regulatory compliance. You don't have to like it, you don't have to agree with it, but you do have to understand it if you don't want to be fined or possibly shut down, and then not even have a clue that those things are coming for you until after you've stepped in it. And once you've already stepped in it, it's too late. It's too difficult to do anything about it. In most cases, there's nothing you can do about it to completely eliminate the penalties and fines that you're going to incur. So those kinds of things you want to get taken care of before you make a critical mistake and step in something. And be careful again where you're getting the advice. I see all kinds of well-meaning, good-intentioned people on YouTube and other places that are absolutely freaking clueless. They do not know what they're talking about. They don't have the knowledge, the skills, the experience, the education, and they don't bother to even look this stuff up. They're just regurgitating something that they heard somebody else say, or coming up with some kind of assumptions on their part and putting that out as though it's fact. And it's, in either case, it's freaking wrong. And if you rely on that and follow that, it could cost you everything. It could cost you your business. It could cost you tens of thousands of dollars that you can't even begin to imagine what it could cost you. So I highly caution you to be very, very careful about where you get your information from. And then even when you get your knowledge, training, information, coaching, support, whatever you're getting, even regardless of what source you're getting it from, even when you're getting it from good sources, always cross-reference and verify everything. Never rely on any single source for your information when it comes to managing your business. So It's one of the things I always teach people in the courses I teach in trucking, and I get some flack sometimes. I get flack from certain students. They'll say, well, why don't you just, essentially I'll paraphrase it. What they want is, why don't you just spoon feed me everything I need to know? Just tell me exactly what I need to know, instead of telling me how to look it up, or spending so much time, talking about how to look the information up versus just telling me what to do. And that's by design and on purpose, because things change, especially when we talk about regulations. And although I give students and the people I help, I give them the information, the initial information at the time, but I also focus heavily on where to look it up and how to verify it, how to go to the FMCSA site, how to look up specific regulations, how to look at the regulations and the interpretations, so that you don't have to take anybody's word for something alone, that you can go and check it, and more importantly, so you can stay current in it over time. Regulations change, and you might learn something today that is 100% correct, 100% true, but next week or next month, next year, it may change. So if you're just regurgitating what you learned, even though it might have been correct at the time, it no longer is, and it's going to get you in a whole lot of trouble. So you need to know how to look things up, how to stay current on regulations. DOT conducts their own training, their own seminars. Sometimes they're several days long. They're expensive. You have to travel to them, but it's good information. It is very good information. There are a few other sources, a few other people that are training, that are consultants and training, that know what they're talking about and do a good job. But even a few of those that I've looked at their information, they are teaching outdated stuff. Not all of them, but some of them are teaching some things that are already superseded and outdated, and they're not checking the regs on a regular basis. So even though they're an expert and they're teaching people this stuff all day long, they're teaching wrong information. So again, that's why you need to, it's good to get training, good to go to courses, good to go to seminars, but it's also good to know where and how to look the information up, cross-reference and double check it yourself. So that's what I teach in my courses. You can find out about my courses and information that's available and how I can help you. Go to LD Sewell, that's LDSEWELL.com, and then hit the courses tab at the top. And once you're in the courses section, hit the course list, and they'll give you a list of every course I currently have available on any platform, and any other training that I've got available anywhere. So you can look at that, and I'll be happy to help you if you have any additional questions or anything that you need. But get your information from reliable sources, and even when you do that, like I said, still, I don't care who you get it from, learn where the source data is at, where the actual regulations or where the actual information's at, and know how to double check that and stay current in it over the years as things change. So hope you're having a great day and doing good. I'm gonna sit here and let Revenge warm up for a little while and let her charge her batteries up, and then I've got some other business to take care of, and I'll talk to you again soon in the next video. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.